What's up? Welcome to the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. This is the Benchwarmer Podcast. My name is Eric. He hate me 02. Eric, he hate me 02. Eric, he hate me 702.
Where'd the 7 go?
The Raider fan, the man, the myth, the legend.
Jeremy with a G.
We have the beast from the east.
Keld Rock repping Atlanta, even though I'm in the Northeast.
All right. How you guys doing today?
Sweaty.
That makes sense.
It's finally getting warm over here, which means you guys are probably getting much worse heat than I am right now.
It was 94 degrees yesterday. Something like that. Okay, so a couple things we could talk about real quick. Jeremy is here. His fly fishing trip got canceled that we talked about. So sorry to hear that. Happy to see you though. Did they reschedule it?
No.
Why did it get canceled?
Weather.
Is it bad? Too hot? Too cold? Rain?
45-mile-an-hour winds.
Yep, that'll do it.
Oh shit. All right. Couple quick takes real quick. We'll try to make these ones quick. If y'all didn't watch, there was a boxing event yesterday. The boxing event absolutely fucking sucked, but it was kind of cool. Sam, they put a ring in New York in Times Square.
Ooh, that sounds cool. I like that.
They put a ring in Times Square. But then because they put the ring in Times Square, you didn't really have a boxing crowd. You only had certain select seats, like celebrities and stuff like that.
I figured you had probably random people walking by.
No, they had it closed off so people wouldn't, because they didn't want people rushing. It was a security issue, so they closed off a lot of it. But it still kind of looked cool. It will probably be the last time it ever happened, but it was a horrible fight. All of them were really bad. Lopez one was okay, but Ryan versus Raleigh was the main event. That was supposed to set up. That's Ryan Garcia versus Raleigh Romero. That was supposed to set up the rematch for Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Ryan got knocked out in the second round, and from that moment on, proceeded to be gun shy. I got to about the 6th round, and then had to just start fast forwarding. It was such a horrible fucking fight. Like I was like, this sucks. Raleigh just kept beating his ass. Same time, you had Haney versus Ramirez. Haney won, but he looked like he was afraid to hit somebody. This was another fight that I started watching 3 rounds, and then I said, fuck it. Highlights. But then you had Teofimo Lopez versus Barbosa was the opener. That was a really, really good fight. So you have in the boxing division, you had supposedly a great card that was a snooze fest. That's going to lead to Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. But Raleigh gets back in the conversation after 2 horrible performances. And Teofimo Lopez looks so good. Jeremy, if you get a chance, watch those highlights. The way he was ducking and dodging, boy, he was just making this dude look stupid.
Who?
Teofimo Lopez. He looked really good. Really good. And then tonight we have Canelo versus Skull, whatever the fuck his name is. Probably mispronounced that, misspelled that. It kind of threw me. Oh, it's with a C, not a K. It kind of threw me off because I'm going to be 100% honest. When I saw that name, I just figured he was like a European or a white guy. And then, if I'm not mistaken, he's not. Yeah, he's a black guy. So it's that kind of threw me off. I was like, oh, that's not what I was expecting. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Canelo's going to whip that ass. Do you agree, Jeremy?
Probably. Who's he fighting again?
He's fighting William Skull today in Saudi Arabia. By the way, thank you, Saudi Arabia, just for boxing. You guys have consistently put on fights. It's no big deal that the fucking fighters can't live up to the hype. But you guys have put on some very, very big match cards. We're also going to get Terrence Crawford versus Canelo later on in the year after this fight. Because of them, we had very similar to what we had last night, where they tried to set up Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, but that, neither one of them could come through. Deontay Wilder lost to Joseph Parker. So I'm enjoying the boxing. Boxing's very good. If you guys didn't see the press conference between that whole thing, that was a total fuck up. Also, it was lovely, but it was funny. And then the last thing is, if you get a chance, they put Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero, Teofimo Lopez, and Devin Haney on the same podcast at the same time. Fucking hilarious. They were talking so much shit to Devin Haney for suing them. So yeah, and Oscar De La Hoya offered to fight Devin Haney's dad during the original press conference.
Can I fight Devin Haney's dad?
I wouldn't mind fighting Bill Haney.
I'm sorry, his name is Bill Haney.
Yeah, Bill Haney is Devin Haney's dad.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they are. Haney is a boring fighter. He was whooping on people. He was basically like a weight bully. And then he moved up. And once you move up and you move up to the category, like if he goes to welterweight, you just have a lot better fighters. And he's not really that good. He's just technically sound, but he has like a lot of holes. But they have Haney's promotion. But Bill Haney talks a lot of shit. Bill Haney
holes.
He's fucking hilarious.
Area
That's
codes.
true. You also the commercial where Ludacris was singing that and his wife showed up.
What?
Yes, there's a commercial with Ludacris and he's playing. It's like Alexa or whatever, and it's playing. He's like, I got hoes, and he's in the kitchen like doing something, pouring some drinks or something, and he's singing it. And he's like, yeah, feeling himself, and then all of a sudden his wife shows up. He's just like, yeah, funny. It made me think of what Cat Williams said. When you take that deal, you get a light-skinned woman that doesn't say shit. She didn't say shit. She didn't say shit. No commercial. Okay. NBA playoffs. Jeremy, LeBron is out.
No. Bronny is out.
They lost.
They're both out.
4-1. Can we say? Yeah, yesterday's boxing was horrible. It was 100% horrible. They
Anthony,
lost.
we've already said it.
They've lost 4-1 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert was out there looking like a fucking prime Shaq, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Rudy Gobert?
Rudy Gobert was looking like a prime Shaq. So he had in the final game, he had 27 points and 15 rebounds to close them out. Outside of that, he didn't play that good. But still, 27 and 24. He had 27 points and 24 rebounds in game 5. So, Jeremy, go ahead. You can talk your shit.
Can you imagine being Luka?
Aren't they going to get a Joker next year?
Being traded to LA to play with LeBron and having to watch him flop in the playoffs.
Okay, so Luka averaged had 37, 31, 17, 38, and 28. He shot
LeBron had fake injury, stub toe, bloody nose, hurt feelings.
So I saw a video where they compared Bryce Harper getting hit in the face with a 97 ball to the face compared to LeBron's flop, and Bryce Harper got up quicker.
Okay, that's not a fair comparison. Okay, because there's a couple sports. Let's be honest. Okay, in the toughness of sports,
basketball,
hockey is probably number one.
Absolutely agree.
Followed by baseball, because there's a lot of divas in the NFL now, but at one point in time it would have been the NFL.
I would say if it was the NFL, like maybe a few years ago before all this shit, like so they are number 2, but getting hit with a 97-mile fastball,
so that's what I'm saying.
Body at this point.
So I mean, then you got the sliding on the dirt. Don't get me wrong, they don't run into catchers, but I mean, we got like baseball, NFL may be interchangeable depending on the time of the year, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a huge drop off. Like there's a huge we're not talking about the competition. We're not talking about competitive sports or physical, like fighting and stuff like that. But then there's a huge drop off. I mean, basketball used to be above soccer, but now they're interchangeable. with how much flopping that we have in the NBA, I would almost say soccer is a tougher sport than basketball because at least they have to run a lot longer.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron can walk to the other half of the court because of what they try to do.
Don't get me wrong. We have some tough basketball players like Kobe Bryant, and when Klay Thompson did it, we have some good. But for majority of these motherfuckers, they sprain their finger and they're out.
Kyrie had a deviated septum and had to go get surgery immediately, apparently.
Yeah, so I mean, you have your ACLs, but we also see a lot of flopping where the wind knocks them back.
Their buttholes are too loose. They have to go tighten them real quick.
I mean, really, honestly, outside of like the running up and down and the jumping and the wear and tear on your body, I'm almost going to say tennis might be more physical than the
golf.
NBA.
Golf is more physical.
Pickleball is more tennis, more physical.
Chess is more intense.
All right, yeah. Now y'all just being disrespectful. But okay.
Tetris is too much.
So
esports is more physical.
All right. So you weren't here when we did the NBA playoff bracket when me and Sam did it.
Yeah, we did it. We did it.
Yeah, but I mean, Jeremy wasn't here. So Sam, our bracket is busted.
Oh, absolutely. Lakers are gone. Bucks are gone for me.
So
the Nuggets are like on like the fucking pendulum right now with what could happen.
So right now, of course, we have the Thunder that swept the Grizzlies. That was such a horrible series.
Yeah.
The Nuggets and the Clippers are going to a game. They're in a game 7. That's today at 4:30.
7:30. What are you talking about?
7:30 your time, 4:30 my time.
Yeah, I'm just fucking around.
I'm so happy I'm not going to Delaware for again, Sam, I understand. I understand why you get up so late now. I've never lived on the East Coast.
There's nothing going on in the morning. What's the fucking
It's not even that. It's everything makes you stay up so late. So like if I'm watching a Lakers basketball game, it was 12 o'clock at night, and I'm like, yeah. So yeah, then you're gonna have to get your full sleep. Okay. So I was like, I'm so happy I'm not going to the basketball season. Then you have the Timberwolves, of course. And now you have a Rocket and Warriors game 7.
That's a shock, honestly. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, well, the real issue that you have with that one is Curry's thumb started hurting. We know that, right? Curry's thumb started.
Butler hurt his tailbone.
Yeah, Butler fell hard in game 2. Butler fell really, really hard in game 2. So you have. Butler. So Butler's still playing. But I mean, it's just he's got the 27 points. But I mean, it's just there's nobody else that contributed on that team.
10 a.m. baseball game, get to watch the freaking Yankees.
Like, look at this. This is the points for game 6, right? Now, mind you, the Warriors were up 3-1. Got blown out game 5, lost game 6. In game 6, 27 from Butler, 29 from Curry, 13 from Moody off the bench, and 10 for Podolsky. Nobody else scored above 8 points. Draymond Green went 8-5.
Well, Draymond never really was a scorer. He's a defender.
I know, but he has those moments. They need somebody else to pick that shit up. They need help. So, okay. So, game 7. Jeremy, Denver Nuggets. Who you got?
You know, that's the same team you said twice.
Denver Nuggets versus the Clippers. Who you got?
Clippers.
Clippers got Kawhi. All right. Who you got, Sam?
Clippers. They look much better.
I think the Clippers will win. But right now, I'm all on board on seeing OKC versus Minnesota in the Western Conference Finals. I think that would be a great matchup. I think that'd be a great series. So I'm gonna say the Nuggets to be different because I think the Thunder match up very well against the Nuggets as compared to the Clippers. All right, Warriors Rockets. Who you got, Jeremy? It's in Houston.
Warriors.
Sam?
I'll take the Rockets.
I'm going to go Rockets again because I think the Rockets are a worse matchup. No, I'm going to go Warriors because I think the Warriors are actually a worse matchup for the Timberwolves. And I would love for Ant to be able to knock out LeBron and Stephen Curry. After last year.
He's already knocked out Kevin Durant.
Yep,
he's knocked out Jokic.
Exactly. So he would just be continuing, like back in the day when Randy Orton was considered a legend killer, he would just be continuing the trend. All right. So in the East, not much fanfare.
Literally 1, 2, 3, and 4 won. So
yeah. Granted, the Knicks won a very close game. Jalen Brunson with the step back with the wide open 3-pointer to seal the game. The Magic and the Celtics, it was a gentleman's sweep.
Same with the Pacers and the Bucks.
A gentleman's sweep. Now I'm just wondering, is Tyrese Halliburton getting too bold?
Well, he was called the most overrated player by his peers.
Well, yeah, I mean, he went to the Olympics. He didn't ever play in the Olympics. So, I mean, there's a lot of people. He's got a $50 million contract.
I think
so. I don't think he's ever made an All NBA team.
Well, he was.
I mean, I'm not saying
2019.
He had drafted in. I'm not saying that. He got drafted in 2021. He was drafted by Sacramento. Then he was traded in the Demontres Sabonis deal to Indiana.
Yep.
So I'm not saying. I mean, he averaged. He had once he got to Indiana, he took off. But we're not talking about like a 30-point or 28-point a game scorer. We're talking about a dude that averages 20 points, which I know that sounds like a lot, but in the NBA, that's not that much anymore.
But what? He's got Pascal and Miles Turner on his team.
Yeah. So, but I mean, even then in the playoffs, he kicks it up. But like he had 26, 17, 14, 21, and 10. And he's barking off the mouth like he's Jimmy Butler. I'm just wondering, because even his dad got into some shit.
Yeah, with Giannis.
Yeah, if it's at 1 p.m. where we're at, it's 10 a.m. for a baseball game. Yeah. Jalen don't trust nobody. He'll shoot every time. No, I understand. I don't, to be honest with you, that doesn't surprise me because of the fact that when you look at that team, it is him. He's the really Mikal Bridges, don't get me wrong, is a very, very, very good third or fourth option. But Jalen is really the only one.
And Cat are the other two shooters, but they need to be open.
Yeah, Jalen's the only one that can really get a shot. And I don't like OG Anunoby. I don't understand why. I do not like him.
He's just a defender. He's not supposed to be a three-point shooter.
He does. His game isn't bad, but I think my biggest issue with him is I just don't like the way he looks.
I think I meant to say it's because his name is OG.
No, he's like fucking Nigerian or Cameroonian or some shit like that. So that's probably not his real name. His real name is probably Obalanu.
That was hardcore racist.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, it's not. I'm talking about where he's from. I'm talking more about his ethnicity and his background more than his
but
race.
when you're making just random noises as his name.
Dude, that's fucking random. That's probably his real fucking name.
It's OGUGUA.
I'm telling you, he shortened that shit.
He did. There it is. His name is OG, but it's OGUGUA is how you spell it.
How do you pronounce that shit?
Fuck if I know.
Well, pronounce it. Try to pronounce it.
Here, wait, hold on. I found a video.
We're not worried about offending people. Ojagaga.
Oh, no, you're just saying OG.
Ojugua.
His name is Guava.
So, like, really, honestly, my pronunciation wasn't that far off.
Where is he from?
He's from London. It says he was born in London. Where's
his family? He's born in London.
His family. Where's his family from, though?
Good question.
I didn't know. That's why I don't like his ass.
He's from Nigeria.
Yeah. Okay. I said Cameroon, Nigeria. I only said Cameroon.
He was apparently from Jefferson City, Missouri.
Who?
Him.
Who?
OG.
He was born in London.
Yeah, but it says here his hometown was Jefferson City, Missouri, and he played high school ball in Jefferson City.
His dad's name is Igbo. Or of Igbo descent, sorry.
Yeah, he's literally a junior.
At the age 4, Anobi moved with his family to the U.S. and said, God, like this motherfucker, and he's from Missouri. Fuck, I hate him. Okay, anyway, let's get off of my stupid ass rant about people. So, we got the Cavaliers and the Pacers. Who you
Cavaliers.
got?
Cavs.
Who you got, Sam?
Cavaliers.
Yeah, I think the Cavaliers are going to beat them. Then we got the Knicks and the Celtics.
Celtics.
Jeremy?
The Knicks.
I'm going to take the Celtics. I just think the Celtics are too complete of a team.
They are too complete of a team.
They're just way too complete of a team. All right. A couple weeks ago, me and Sam did the Could Jerry West play in the NBA?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Well, before we do this, you want to talk about hockey playoffs real quick?
Yeah, go ahead and talk about hockey playoffs.
So we've got 2 Game 7s, one today, one tomorrow. The Jets and the Blues, and the Stars and the Avalanche. Eric, what do you got?
The Jets are in the playoffs?
Yeah, Winnipeg.
Oh, well, fuck. New York.
You said they were going to lose to the Blues anyway.
I did?
Yeah, you did, because you don't like Winnipeg.
Are they losing to the Blues?
They're tied 3-3. It's Game 7s.
Today?
May 4th. The game.
May the 4th be with. May the 4th be with the opposite team that's playing the Jets. May the 4th be with the Blues.
And then May 3rd today is Dallas Stars versus the Colorado Avalanche. Game 7.
Well, goddamn, fuck Colorado. I don't know if I picked them the first time, but fuck Colorado.
You picked Dallas the first time.
Okay, well, we're switching it up because I don't like Colorado no more. I forgot I hate Denver.
Yeah, so, no, you picked Dallas to win when we started.
Okay, good. We're keeping Dallas in.
Vegas beat the Wild 4-2. So they're moving on to play Edmonton Oilers, who beat the Kings.
The Edmonton Oilers.
So I guess the Golden Knights for you.
Of course, Vegas.
And then we've got the Maple Leafs, who beat the Senators, moving on to play the Panthers, who beat the Lightning.
The only thing I like about the Maple Leafs is I like maple syrup.
So you know that it was Battle of Canada and the Battle of Florida in the top.
Yeah, it was the Lightning versus the Panthers, and then the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Ottawa Senators.
Yes. So Maple Leafs Panthers. What do you think?
The Toronto Maple Leafs. I like Toronto. I like maple syrup.
All right.
I'm scared of Panthers.
And then we've got the Capitals, who did a gentleman's sweep of the Canadians.
Yep.
And the Hurricanes, who did a gentleman's sweep of the Devils.
Yeah, but you know what? That last game was pretty good, though.
Which one?
The Hurricanes and the Devils. The game
5-4.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Capitals because right now, this is what I'm gonna tell y'all. I need the Capitals and the Knights in the Stanley.
You want a rematch of 2019?
So that way we can get our win back. We get our motherfucking win back and retire Ovechkin. By the way, somebody as good as Ovechkin, I want to keep seeing play as long as possible. Like I just
keep giving him his spicy Cheetos. He'll be fine.
Just keep tacking on those records. Keep tagging on those records.
All right, now we can go to the Barry Bonds.
Jeremy, do you want to talk about the NHL playoffs real quick?
What about it?
Who you want to see in the finals against the Knights?
I want to see Florida again.
Panthers.
You want to see? I want to see the Capitals. I want to get our win back.
When the Knights won the cup, who'd they beat? I forgot.
I don't know.
Florida.
They beat Florida.
Yeah, I don't want to repeat them.
I think it was Florida.
As a Chiefs fan, I'm tired of rematching people. Sooner or later, they're gonna get you.
All right, yeah, we can move on. Sorry, I'll look it up. I'll look it up on my own.
All right, so
yeah, it was the Panthers.
Okay, a couple weeks ago, we did a basketball thing that me and Sam talked about. Could Jerry West play in today's NBA? So we decided to do a baseball one, especially because Jeremy likes baseball, could talk about baseball. We'll do a football one next. And we might even do a hockey one. Now, when we do the hockey one, I'm just going to throw out random ass shit. Probably get like an enforcer. See if they can play. Yeah. Somebody like that. Or maybe one of those old peoples on when the Oilers were winning fucking teams. Not Wayne Gretzky. So I think Wayne Gretzky can play in today's league. All right. So could Barry Bonds play in today's league in baseball? Now, if you've been watching him, he's been having some interviews where he basically said he doesn't care how fast somebody throws or how they throw the ball. If there's a catcher behind the plate and they catch it in a mitt, all he does is replace that mitt with a bat. And it's just rhythm based. So he's basically saying I could fucking hit home runs in any motherfucking era. What are your thoughts? Could he play in today's league?
Yes, he could.
What position? Young Barry or old Barry?
So, okay. If it's young Barry, well, all right. First of all, is he staying with the Giants?
First question is he still using steroids or not?
He can't use steroids. Today's MLB test.
Right. So the first question is he still trying to use steroids or not?
Nope. So that's what I'm saying. What Barry are we taking? Are we taking steroid juiced up Barry that we took off the steroids and transported him to today's game? Or are we taking young Pittsburgh Barry before he got on the juice?
Well, that's what I was saying. Are we sticking with the Giants or are we sticking with the Pirates?
But on the Giants, he's on the juice.
So no, we can't pick that one.
Okay.
But then you have modern day medical and you have modern day recovery and
I'm with you.
So it's while the steroids would have helped him, I don't know, the modern day stuff may have been better for him.
100%. So I mean, even if we took the steroid Barry, took him off of steroids, he could be replacing that shit with modern day stuff for the recovery and stuff that he was getting for steroids and still be as dangerous. Well, first of all, it don't matter which Barry we take. Is he hitting 70-something home runs in the season?
I mean, he's still almost. I still think he probably had one of the best pair of eyes in baseball at the time.
Yeah,
he was huge.
So his pitch recognition, if he still had the pitch recognition in today's MLB, I still think he would still be feared at the plate. So his walk rate may still be up there.
Okay.
And defensively too, he's an 8-time Gold Glove winner. So I mean, you stick him out in the outfield for some of these teams, and you could put probably the other player on the DH, and he'll be fine.
Yeah, but all of his Gold Gloves came before steroids.
Yeah, so he would still be good.
How many fucking MVPs does he have?
Too many.
7.
And he has 8 Gold Gloves.
That's what I'm saying. So if we take, I mean, he won MVP in 1990 in Pittsburgh. He also won it in 92 in Pittsburgh. So, I mean, let's just look at this stat. Let's look at 1992. 1992, he had 109 runs, 147 hits, 36 doubles, 5 triples, 34 home runs, 127 walks. God. Batting average was a 311. On base percentage, 456. So, yeah, he was getting walked. Now, granted, when he was in his home run stretch, he was getting walked absolutely, stupidly, ridiculously.
You got to remember, too, bases loaded, Barry's coming to the plate, he's getting walked. Give him the free run.
Yeah, but if you just go 92, 93, you could even go 94. You could go just 2 years in Pittsburgh, 2 years in San Francisco. Oh, yeah, he's definitely he's killing shit. I mean, he was walked back then 127, 126, 120, 151. So, yeah, okay. So do you think that now is okay? So Sam, Jeremy, you guys know this a little bit better than I do. Was there more special? Were the pitchers going longer distances? Are the pitchers better now than they were back then?
The pitchers are definitely better now than they were back then.
I was gonna say pitchers now are great, like Skeens.
Like you've got pitchers now consistently going 6, 7, 8 innings,
and you don't have pitchers on the steroids because they were using steroids back then too.
Yeah, and then I mean, but today's advanced medicine and sports medicine are a lot better than it was back then. Also,
100%.
And think about also too the change-ups back in the day were what they usually maxed out about 70, 75 miles per hour. Change-ups today are hitting the near 90s.
Now you're consistently seeing pitches in the high 80s and pushing hundreds consistently.
There's a single A prospect throwing 104.
Okay, all right. So what do you think? Like the pitch clock changes. What do you think that? Does you think that helps him? Because now,
I don't think it affects him because he still had one of the best sets of eyes in the game, and his pitch recognition I think wouldn't be affected by the pitch clock because I think he would be able to adjust to the pitch clock.
Yeah, but would because the pitchers can't take as much time. They can't. They have to be more decisive, quicker. Going against Barry, where before they could take as long as they want.
The pitch clock, I don't think necessarily affects the batter as much as it does the pitcher.
Yeah, and also the freaking the relay that they have now too, where they're talking via technology. It's that's gonna
relay to who, the pitcher?
Yeah, because remember the pitcher could relay something to the catcher or the reverse if that's how they want it.
Got you.
I mean that also helps them like try to plan as quick as possible because they'll see Barry coming up.
Well, and if you notice, like the pitchers now put the board that they relay to the catchers in their hats, and it's in their brim, like their band. So if you pay attention to the pitcher, you can kind of tell what they're going to pitch based on what buttons they're hitting, where they're touching their hat at. If you just study it, 9 times out of 10, they put the thing in the same spot.
You know what's kind of weird about Barry? I just realized this. He only had 1 year over 50 home runs. That was the year he hit 73. Yeah. He averaged between the high 30s to mid 40s in home runs. Like 73 that year, the next year 46. Okay, so ultimate goal, we think he can play. We know he can play. He's one of the greatest players of all time. No, steroids are much more locked down. Yeah, we know he can play. He's one of the greatest of all time. What do you think he does? Is he still a Hall of Famer? Or is he an above average player? Is he more of a DH? You're muted. You're still muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I think he's still Hall of Famer.
Do they put him in a DH role?
No. So, okay. If he's on the Pirates, he's playing left field replacing Tommy Pham because he's been a huge liability over there.
Okay.
If he's on the Giants, this is where it's going to be a little harder for the Giants because, honestly, Mike, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. I think it's Yamensky. And Ramos are doing pretty well out there. So, I mean, Wilmer Flores is the DH. He could easily take over for the DH, but he would also take over probably left field for Ramos if they wanted him out there. And he would still be huge defender, big bat out in the lineup. Like, he'd probably be batting fourth as the cleanup. And he'd still get Hall of Fame numbers, honestly.
Dimensions of field, have they changed much since he played?
No. Because remember also, too, in baseball, each field is unique to their own. There's no standard. So, I mean, the only places that would have changed, because Oracle's still standing and PNC Park is still the same. I mean, probably going to Citi Field, Yankee Stadium, Marlins Park, but he'd still.
But they're still relative, yeah.
Yeah,
it's not like we have a whole bunch of bigger ballparks now than we did before.
And if he ever goes to Yankee Stadium, he's going to be every at bat's a home run.
Okay.
They have a stat for people too. Like when a player hits a home run in one stadium, they track to see how many stadiums that would be a home run in.
Mm.
And, most home runs in Yankee Stadium, that's the only time you're hitting that home run.
So we saying all-star MVP for that season? Vote? What are we saying? Gold Glove?
I think he could be an MVP Gold Glover.
Okay. I'm good with that. I definitely think he could play. I just saw that thing with that video where he was talking about it. And I don't know much about the ins and outs. I know more about that era of baseball than I do about this era of baseball. So I don't know like the ins and outs. I don't know if the stadiums dimensions have changed. I assume pitchers are better because of fucking the Paul guy from Pittsburgh.
Paul Skeens.
Yeah, so I assume, but I don't ever know.
I feel bad for him.
So yeah. I do have a question. Why the fuck does baseball allow them not to standardize at least some sort of a field?
Mm-hmm. It's what they want.
What do you mean standardize some sort of?
Just like give some sort of dimensions. Like, okay, your field has to be between this and this. Your wall can be between this and this. Because like the infield, it's all the same. Every infield is the same. It's the same distance from first to third to second, all that good shit. But then you get to the outfield, like you have a home run in.
Okay, Eric, you ready? Here's the guidelines for it. The infield, the baseline has to be 90 feet. Pitching mound, 18 feet in diameter to center of that, to 59 feet. And home plate is 60 feet. The plate distance from home to the pitcher's plate is 60 feet. And between the bases is 90, which you said. Yeah. Now, the outfield is where they have to say these are minimums, not regulations. It has to be a minimum for the foul lines to be 320 feet to the fence. And center field has to be a minimum of 400 feet.
So every center field is 400 feet?
Minimum. Because some are longer.
Well, I know, because Houston is like, what, 700 fucking feet?
Wrigley Field, the longest field distance down the line from home plate to the foul pole is Wrigley at 355. Let's see. Longest center field is what I was actually looking for.
Wait, you said the measurements had to be 320 on the side and 400 on the
400 center, 320s on the side.
You know it's funny. Okay.
So you ready for this? The deepest.
I got all the dimensions.
Oh, you got it. All right, because the deepest is Detroit, but the shallowest is Fenway.
Yeah, but they have a 10-foot wall.
Yeah, well, that's also
so there's a lot of stadiums that literally are at 400 feet center field.
And they can't count anything for Oakland, right? Or for
Miller Park. So far, the Royals and the Mariners are the only ones that I see. Oh, now you got Citi Field, 408 for the Mets.
Yep, 404
for the Rays. Oh, wait. Angel Stadium is 396.
Yeah, I was just looking up to see when some of these were built, too. Because I don't know if that's a new one.
Stadium is 396.
Fenway's 390.
Comerica is 420. 402.
Oh, well, okay. Boston was open in 1912, so they're not changing anything there.
I just don't. Yeah, Padres is 396 at dead center.
Yeah, they're Petco Park. They've been open for a while, too.
Yeah, the park was constructed around 1909. Around the 1909 built Western Metal Supply, yeah. Okay. Yankee Stadium, 410. It's only 409 in Minute Maid. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I don't know. There is no regulation on what they can do. They can literally do whatever.
Why? Shut the hell up. That doesn't sound right. I've played MLB The Show. I played center field all the fucking time, okay? I know the difference between an extra fucking... It says Minute Maid Park is 409 dead center, right? 404 and 408. It says Kauffman Stadium is 410. They're fucking lying. They're lying. They're lying. I played center field for both the Royals and the Astros in MLB The Show. I know they're different sizes. There's no fucking way Kauffman Field is an inch long. There's a fucking hill in the middle of the fucking center field.
They got rid of that hill a long time ago.
When? It's still in the Shield. Show.
When did Astros get? They got rid of it in 2015. That hill is gone.
Maybe I don't know that hill. Oh, no, it's still right. Oh, 2015. Okay. It's still big. That's still fucking far. So what? Oh, they moved the fence around the hill. Oh, they moved the fence up. That's what they did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then let me shut the fuck up. I retract what I just said.
All right, cool.
Okay. Because if they move that fence up, then that makes it a lot different.
All right, so I have a question for you now. You ready for this? We're going to talk about MLB standings for a second. There are 32 games played so far. What do you think is the lowest win total of the season right now?
2.
No, but at least you're in the single digits.
Fuck. What's up? Hey, Cameo. In Vegas against the Oilers, and LeBron needs to retire. Jordan's still the GOAT. Did I mention the Dodgers?
So do you want to try again real quick?
There's 4.
6 wins for the Colorado Rockies.
That's not really that not impressive. I mean,
it's not impressive, but when the next
it's not impressive, but it's not as shocking as what I thought it would have been.
So I mean, the White Sox have 9 wins.
So I mean, if you think about that, like it, I don't know. You know.
Are you ready for the run differential now? You ready for the run differential?
Now that's probably impressive.
How much you want to think? How much?
So how much are they outscored by?
Yeah.
Probably 32 games.
32 games.
6 wins.
6 wins.
37 runs.
Negative 80.
God
damn. The White Sox are negative 20.
Damn. Negative 80.
Negative 80. The Rockies outscored 100 runs.
I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Okay. Wait,
the Rockies scored 100 runs and given up 180 runs.
They are outscored by 2.5 runs a game.
Yeah.
In baseball, that's like 14 points.
The next lowest is the Marlins at 56. All right. You ready for a nice little discussion time of a game I made here?
Yeah, that is fucking crazy.
Minus 80.
At least they got a good home record. Their home record's not as bad.
What, the Rockies?
Yeah, it's 4-11, but it's better than the road record, which is 2-15.
Yeah, they
I mean, they do play in Colorado, which you can launch the ball 9 million fucking feet.
Oh, absolutely. That's why the home run derby there was amazing.
Yeah, you could. I'm surprised somebody that hasn't played in Colorado's challenged for the fucking record.
Yeah.
All right.
You ready for this? So I was working on this all
or
week.
that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Or you can.
So this is the game. I'm going to give you a lot of hypotheticals, but I only did one hypothetical to start, and we'll try to do one maybe every week when I'm around. We'll go from there. But you ready? So
yep. Hold on.
Here's how it's going to work. What's up? You ready?
I'm throwing Jeremy in.
Okay. So you're going to be provided a scenario, and you're going to make a decision and go through your journey here.
Sorry, I bought Dunkin' Donuts.
Mug.
Dude, you didn't get
me?
Yeah.
Where's the closest Dunkin' to you?
There's a lot of them.
Really? I got one around the corner.
We got Dunkin', we got Dutch Bros, Starbucks.
I ordered it at 8:30.
Did you really?
Yeah. Fuck, I got a damn bakery right now, right down the street from me.
Nice. All right.
Sorry, I got hungry.
Here's your scenario for this week. You're a new NBA head coach prospect, and you're offered 3 head coach opportunities. You're not going to see the name of the team, because I don't want that to determine your choice. You're only going to see stats. So you ready for your options? You get 3 options.
Yep.
Option A. You're looking at a team 128 points a game. You give up 116. Offensively, you're ranked 4th, but defensively, you're 21st. You're in the West. A few of your players are going to need extensions. Best player may want out, and you're going to have some depth needs.
Wait. Repeat that. A few of my players may want.
A few of your players are going to need extensions after the season. This current season. I'm doing it based off of 2025. Okay. 2025 regular season.
I have a question. Yeah. If I guess the team, will you let me know?
Yes, I will.
That's the Clippers.
No, it is not.
Okay.
All right, ready? So this is
Yep.
option A. Option B.
Okay, got you.
Option B, you see here, we've got they're the 13th ranked offense.
They both suck.
They suck, yes. They're in cap hell, and they're not meshing well with what they got.
Well,
That's the Suns.
Yeah, it is the Suns, yes. I will give you that.
That's the Suns.
They both suck.
And your last option here needs defense, needs a leader, but they were 7th offense, 22nd defense.
Okay, I know the teams. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Right, well, you don't have to guess the teams, but where would you go? Is the question.
I'm ready right now.
Option
So
D.
I'm telling you right now, I'm going option C because that's the Kings. Option A is the Nuggets.
D.
Option A is the Nuggets.
Jeremy's leaving the sport and going somewhere else, apparently.
I'm going Kings. I'm going Kings.
So option C is the Kings. Yeah.
The reason why is
I want A.
You want the Nuggets?
I want A.
Yeah. So okay, Jeremy, tell why you want A first.
Well, one, because they're scoring more points than the opponents.
Yep.
They have a better winning percentage. They have a better offense. Granted, the defense is ranked 21st. They have somebody, their best player wants out. Their best defensive player wants out. But if I'm coming in, I could probably have a conversation with them and give them my vision. And
wait, who's their best defensive player? Michael Porter?
Jokic is still their best defense.
Yeah, but he doesn't want out.
I said might. I said he might.
Oh, he doesn't want out. Yeah, never mind.
So I could probably have a conversation with him and give him my vision and get him to stay another year or two, and then try to turn that around to try to get the defense.
I knew you knew who all the teams were, but I had to go with a simple.
I like it because they all needed head coaches. That's how I guessed.
Yeah.
So if I'm scoring more points than the opponent currently, then all I have to do is I have to make sure I don't lose any offensive players and I build on the defense.
Yeah, but the problem. So yeah, no, that's not a bad idea. I like your thought process. My process with the Nuggets is just Jokic is getting older. Most of your stars are starting to get older. Michael Porter Jr. is a fucking headache. They're one of those teams that because of their cap situation with how much they're paying, they don't really have a lot of moves they can make to get better. So you're just praying that Jamal or Murray and him play good enough for the next couple of years to keep you as a contender.
But you don't have to make a lot of moves. They're already the 21st ranked defense. You don't have to get that much better.
No, you don't at all. You don't at all. But everybody that's coming up in the West is getting younger and more athletic. And the Nuggets aren't in that position. Where like Jamal Murray's not old, but he's a lot older than you fucking think he is. Like, what is he? He is 28, 27? I don't fucking know. 28. But he's always injured. He's like a 30-year-old in a 28-year-old body. But no, that would have been my second pick. There's no way I'm doing anything with the Suns.
Yeah. So B is the Suns.
Nothing. You can't trade
Durant. The Nuggets, and then the Kings.
You can't trade Durant. Or you can't trade Beal. Durant's a fucking mess. You have no first round picks until fucking God knows when. So you know who else would have been good here? Milwaukee. So that would have been better than the Nuggets.
Well,
like I said, I picked the teams with the head coaching vacancies.
Phoenix is still dealing with the fallout from the racist owner.
Yeah, but the only thing with the Bucks is because Giannis may actually seek a trade.
When I decide to do this for the next time, it's going to be a little more in depth. I thought I'd go with an easy one for the team.
So I'm taking the Kings. The reason why I'm taking the Kings is I'm 90% positive they control their picks. They have Domantas Sabonis. They have Zach LaVine. They have some good players. They do also have Malik Monk at the time. So they have some really good players. Yeah, they control. They're 26. They're 27. Oh, via San Antonio. They have San Antonio's pick. They have their 26 pick. They have.
I was gonna say, don't they have that from the De'Aaron Fox trade?
Yeah, a 29 pick. Yeah. So they're not bad. And if you decide to do a full-on rebuild and decide to trade DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Domantas Sabonis, you're fine, which is probably going to be your best option. That's ultimately why I picked the Kings, because if it was me, I would just do a full-on fucking rebuild. I'm trading everybody on that roster.
When I decide to work on this again, which I will, like I said, I'm going to try to do this more often. I think this will be a good idea. I will make more in-depth stuff for us. I will keep growing with it.
Yeah, no, it's that's a good one. And that also gets us to talk about teams. Like, okay, so for instance, since we're talking about it, we've already talked about the Suns. What the fuck should Sacramento do? So let me give you some here. I'll share the screen real quick so that way y'all can check it out.
Didn't we already talk about Sacramento? You just said what they should do.
No, but what do you think they should do?
Honestly, they have the veteran presence. They honestly need to get some young blood in that team.
So right now, here is their payroll.
What
So Zach LaVine, $47 million. Domantas Sabonis, 43. 24, Malik 18. So I mean they're high. Their salary cap, they're at 172. The salary cap is 140. So they were this year, they were over it this year. They were right over it by 28 million. So they have a high salary cap. They do own their picks. But I mean, if it's me, I'm trading LaVine, I'm trading Sabonis, I'm trading Malik.
Well, and they were right over the salary cap by 28 million. Can I?
So I'm sorry. And in NBA, there's two caps. So
Can I get some of that 28 million?
Yeah, there's two aprons. So they have the salary cap apron, and then they have the second apron. The second apron is what costs them a lot of money. So even though, hold on, aprons. Let me exactly have aprons for apron tax for NBA aprons.
I mean, Keegan Murray is 24. He's still a good young piece.
He's on. Yeah, I'd keep him. He's on a rookie deal.
Malik Monk, I think, might be time to ship off.
Well, it's bad when we got to the point where we're just like, oh, they're only over by 28 million. That's how you know these teams have too much money.
Yeah, so they were over. So they were over the salary cap, but the first apron is 178 million. So even though you have a salary cap of 140. You can go up to 178. So I thought they were barely over the first apron. My bad. They were actually under it. So they had $5 million for first space. And then there's a second apron, which is the hard cap, which was 188. So, for instance, the Phoenix Suns are 25 million over the second apron. So that cost, they can't spend. When you go over that second apron, you can't spend mid-level luxury tax money for you get a whole bunch of fucking shit you can't do. Hold on, here it is. Let me just stop talking. Here it goes. Under the cap, yep. Over the first apron, tax mid-level exception, hard cap. Team becomes hard cap if the first apron buy or cannot use more than the tax area. Over the second apron, no signing exceptions. They can only re-sign their free agents, sign their draft picks, sign players to minimum contracts, and make trades where one player's salary is sent out equal or less to salary coming back in. So the Boston Celtics, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Phoenix Suns are in that scenario. I really hate all these fucking pop-up ads. So, What would you do? What would you do, Sam?
Sell the team.
What would you do about... Okay, besides sell the team, what would you do, Sam?
So I would want to keep Keegan Murray, honestly. Keep Sabonis. I think he's a good key piece. I think DeRozan and LaVine, they need to probably honestly be on their next team. Get them, ship them off, and try to get younger. I think that's honestly one of the things they need. And, he also freaking, what is it? Sabonis said it best, too. They need a point guard again. They keep getting rid of their point guards for some reason, and it's ridiculous. They got rid of Tyrese for Sabonis. Then they got rid of De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, but no, they got rid of Tyrese because Tyrese and De'Aaron Fox wouldn't play well together.
Yeah, well, they need to honestly, they need to find a point guard and keep him. They need a fresh point guard.
The problem with Sabonis, this is my problem with keeping Sabonis, is are you going to do a full rebuild, or are you just going to try to be a 7 or 8 seed playing team?
Well, if they're going to be a 7 or 8 seed, then keep them.
No, because then you hurt yourself because that's a play-in.
Yeah, I know. And that's
so you're in the play-in. If you happen to make the 8 seed, you're going to play the 1 seed. In the NBA, there's 2 worst places to be. Good enough to make the playoffs, but not good enough to get any cachet from them. Like making the playoffs, losing in the first round consistently. Or being like a 4 or 5 team that can't get better than like the second round because you don't attract the stars and you're not bad enough to get a top draft pick. Which is what the Kings have consistently done for the last 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, so they need to either decide to blow it up or get the pieces they want.
And your best trade piece is Sabonis. And right now, he's 29. So when he ends his contract, he'll be 32. You owe him $180 million. So realistically, if you're going to keep him, if you're going to keep him, you need to surround him with the best talent and take advantage of what he's having. And then you're looking at 2020, at the end of 2027, all of this cap is gone. So in 2 more years, if you do that, maybe you trade Levine or DeMar and try to get somebody else. But if you're keeping Sabonis, you can't do a partial rebuild with $50 million. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just makes so much money.
What the fuck is this comment?
Raw or condom, be honest. I'm married, so raw. But when I wasn't married, I always wrap that Jimmy. Always.
Jimmy, fucking chill, man.
Always wrapped it.
Do you see how many times he's posting this?
I did. He wanted to make sure we saw it. So I'm just gonna be honest. I don't. And it's not.
I don't know how many people he thinks are here.
It's not even for the pregnancy or any of that other stuff. It's more or less because when you fucking random bitches, these hoes ain't loyal. That's all I'm saying. You don't know where the fuck they be at. Oh, you always got to pull out. Unless you're married. Or in your long-term relationship. Always. Because you don't want you don't want little babies popping around. The woman that you are fucking may not be the woman that you want besides right now. And the last thing you want to do is be tied to her. Now, if you are in a same-sex relationship, then y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want. I don't know how that works. I don't know the ins and outs of how what is there. I'm just saying it that. No problem. Welcome to the show, Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hopefully you're not 8.
Joke's on you, he's 9.
Joke's on you, he's 8.5.
I'm 8 3/4 on
just turned
May 7th. Remember when you were little and that stuff actually mattered? How old are you? 12.5.
I remember that.
Yeah, now people are like, how old are you? Oh, fuck, 43.
Imagine if they fucking said that in real life. I'm 43 1/4.
I would fucking do that from now on. Because I go into offices and they'd be like, we'll be talking. And they don't know how old I am or whatever. And I'll be talking and they'll be like, oh, do you have kids or whatever? I'm like, yeah, I have grandkids. They'll be like, what? I'm like, yeah, I have my youngest is in college. They're like, how old are you? I'm like 43. They're like, damn, you look good for your age. I'm gonna start saying I'm 43 1/4.
Yeah, I'm 43
and a half. I'll be 43 and a half on July 26th. Hey, buddy, you better be careful with that. I'm telling you. You walk around and next thing you know, it burns when you pee.
When you pee. Now, when you say raw, are you talking about hitting raw chicken or
you go one time right now, and go get checked out. And they pull. I don't know how they do it now, but when I was younger, they pull that big ass Q-tip out so they can go all the way in the hole, and you will never. Nope.
Oh my God, what the fuck have we turned into?
I don't know. So, all right. Jimmy, we appreciate you joining us. Anybody have any other thing we want to say?
There's a new sport coming out.
Please don't tell me. What is it?
Competitive sperm racing.
Wait, are you serious?
Didn't I send the picture?
No, don't lie to me.
Yeah,
Don't
I
lie.
did send the picture. I sent it in the Discord. Pull it up.
I don't know if this is real, buddy.
They already sold tickets. They're sold out. I looked it up in Israel.
For starters, it wasn't the first. The winners were known in advance, and the race was computer generated.
You looked it up?
Yeah. I looked it up because as soon as I saw it, it said the free press. I'm like, this doesn't seem right.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, they built a microscope, mimics a reproductive system. Yeah, it's all AI generated.
It shouldn't be a thing to begin with.
Yeah, it should not be. But you know what? If we start that, we're gonna have crack baby fights, and we're gonna have a whole bunch of shit. No, nope, never.
Oh my god.
Yep, never have I ever done that. Ugh. Nope. I'm telling you, there were a couple things that I told my kids, my sons. My dad told me the same shit. If you don't listen to anything I ever said, he said stick to weed. Weed is the only good thing. Yeah. And then he told me always wrap up, because if you don't, you won't.
So you use aluminum foil, right? That's how you wrap it?
So, dude, I'm from the time frame where we carry condoms in our wallets. We're from the time frame where you could go down to the clinic and get free condoms. They would literally hand you free condoms in fucking health class.
Jeremy, you okay?
What the fuck are we doing here?
Sports.
Like, what the fuck is this?
I'm answering questions.
This is the dumbest shit I've fucking seen.
What's funny is it's only Eric going in right now.
It's just because it's somebody to ask questions. So if it's not, do I particularly think the question is good? No, but it could lead to some funny content. Shit, did we not go down a Gwyneth Paltrow pussy smelled candle?
No, y'all went down that fucking rabbit hole. I did not entertain that stupid fucking shit.
Jeremy is our sanity. If you guys did not know that, Jeremy is the one that lets us know, hey, motherfuckers, this is some stupid ass shit.
What are y'all talking about?
All right. Anybody got anything they want to talk about before we get off?
Definitely not.
No, I think I've hit my limit.
I am good. Jeremy, whenever you're ready, you can take us out.
Put me in, coach.